Hello there. My name is Mindy Carney, and I am a member of the Transformative Classrooms team at Grantwood AEA. The purpose of this video is to provide some support for teachers that are looking to implement a new strategy or idea in their classroom. Oftentimes, when implementing something new, our vision leaps to an advanced phase of implementation. This can often lead to frustration for us and our students. One of the suggestions we would like to make when first considering implementing a new strategy or idea is to design backward and consider skills and supports students might need to develop before a strategy can be implemented at an advanced level. Ultimately, the goal is for students to own the strategy and to apply it when the strategy will be most beneficial. Here, you will see 3 different phases to help you plan for future implementation. These phases were adapted from Andrea Elliott's Journey to a Culture of Thinking. The first phase, or initial phase, is a phase of modeling, clarity, and practice. Teachers will need to clearly define the purpose of the strategy, model it explicitly, and provide repeated supported practice. As students become more comfortable, teachers can move into the developing phase. Teachers might ask students for feedback around the strategy. For example, what works? When does it work best? And what is still hard about this strategy? Then, teachers continue to model this strategy to address the feedback given from the students. Additionally, students might be asked to begin to apply the strategy in different situations. Once students have begun to use the strategy with a high level of comfort and independence, they have reached the advanced stage of implementation. This strategy becomes a tool in the student's toolbox to be applied as needed. Teachers may still need to prompt students to use this strategy or provide additional support. The challenging part of implementing a new strategy is that there is not a cut or dry timeline or finish line you get to cross. You could remain in the developing phase for a long duration. To help identify when students are ready to move on, you might consider what success criteria you have for each stage, depending on the strategy and idea. And once the success criteria are observed, you could begin to move into this next phase. This next part of this video will be additional thoughts and supports for instructional coaches, so feel free to stay with me one more minute or stop the video and continue on your learning journey. Coaches, I'd like to add a few additional thoughts for you. More than likely, you are not planning for implementation of a new strategy or idea in your classroom. You might think a bit about how these phases could help support teachers when you are in a co-planning conversation. You might also consider how these phases can support and guide reflective conversations after a classroom observation. It might help teachers identify where students are and what steps might need to come next. Finally, you might think about how these phases could help guide you when sharing new ideas with the teachers in your district, and what additional and foundational skills students and teachers might need to introduce a more student-centered approach in their classrooms. If you need additional support and thinking around these ideas, please reach out to us and we'd be happy to brainstorm more with you.